Yeah. I mean, you're all over the internet. I do want to
Yeah,
address the elephant in the room. Foolio passed away. Well, he
yeah.
was killed 3 weeks ago in Tampa. It was all over the internet. I mean, I got a relationship with pretty much every artist in Jacksonville. I know Foolio really well. I pretty much told him, I mean, it's known. It's on the internet. Where were you? I mean, where were you at? And like, how did you receive the news?
Shit. I received the news just like everything else. Like, nigga might not be in Florida, but it ain't too many things that's gonna go on in Florida, especially not in my city that don't like kind of come across my table, come across my plate, cross my phone, whatever you want to say, you feel me? But they keep us in the loop, they keep us tapped in. So shit. I find that similar to how everybody else find out, you feel me?
Yeah. What was the first emotion?
Shit. My first emotion, I ain't gonna lie, like it's a inner, it was an inner child in me, you feel me, that made me want to go do the dissing and the turn shit and all that, you feel me? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say like I ain't say shit. I say my little 1, 2 or whatever, but that ain't nothing that I get stuck up on and dwell on, cause at the same time, whenever you see type shit like that, it's always gonna be concerning because it does, in essence, kind of remind you of your own like mortality. You feel me?
Mm.
It kind of just show you like shit. Everybody could get caught up with. You feel me? So when you see shit like that, if you ain't on the right side of the fire, you need to be concerned.
Yeah. I mean, people on both sides of the fence have died. You lost a lot of friends. He lost a lot
I
of
haven't lost a
friends.
lot of friends. I lost a few friends. I lost a few acquaintances and friends, but if we being like non-biased but just factual, like the loss count on that side of the fence is far more significant.
Mm.
You feel me? But like I said, because these type of things do just kind of flash to you and make you think like, okay, like when that shit hit, that shit gonna hit whoever. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it
Were
is
were you and
concerning.
Fulio ever friends? Because it's documentaries around. I was doing my homework. Everybody was cool in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, in the Jacksonville scene, like we all from the same generation, so there was points in time. I wouldn't never say that everybody like they may be misleading in a lot of them documentaries. I wouldn't say that everybody was never just friends or no shit like they was tied in, had a handshake and shit. But at the same time, like everybody was hopping off the porch around the same few years. Everybody was really first getting in the streets same few years, so when we in traffic and we doing all that shit and you young, you do come in contact with a lot of different people. And at the times it wasn't no smoke. So you do come in contact with niggas and y'all be, I wouldn't say friends, but you be cordial with a lot of people. You be knowing a lot of people just in the city. You feel me? Especially if you outside for real.
Yeah. Now we all seen the night was around his birthday, um, and well on the 23rd, and is it so crazy how he used to diss 23 and all that, and then everything came back to where as though even the Young Ace incident where I think 3 people got shot, 1 lived. This situation was flipped. 3 people got. I mean, 1 person got killed, 3 lived. It was like the whole situation was like it was like flipped damn near.
See, and all this be written, bro. In Islam, we call it al-qadr. That means like divine predestination. Like everything that's what's going on, bro. This stuff God wrote. This stuff that like I said, it just remind you of our own like mortality. I could be on top of the world right now, feeling like I'm great, but if God say it's my time tomorrow, like I'm getting up out of here. You feel me? So they can't really get comfortable in dwelling on that top. You know what I'm saying? It's that low vibration shit. You know what I mean? That's really all
Yeah.
it is, bro. Niggas be around here on low vibration shit and shit. If you ain't balanced in the universe, you gonna get from around. That's just how it go.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm only speaking on this because it's national news.
Well,
People
I
know
mean,
it's
yeah, you
public.
feel me? It's relevant right now. I feel
Yeah.
you, yeah.
So the night of, I mean, he had a party in Tampa. Um, he was drinking. Fulio said he didn't drink. He was drinking. He was doing things, moving loosely, putting his location out there, being with 20 people, going to a club that night. He was documenting his every move. And,
I don't know what cuz was on, man. I don't know what that be about. I would never do no shit like that. Drunk as a skunk, I wouldn't do no shit like that. But like I said, bro, that's how you know, like, people could attribute it to some worldly shit like that. Like, oh, it's just a worldly human mistake. But everything I say, that shit be divine. You feel me? There's somebody who don't do that type of shit on the regular. So to me, more than a few shots got to be in your head to make you switch your whole way of movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just be like, that's just how Allah lay it down, I feel like.
Yeah. Surveillance leaked like 3 days after that. It shows 3 different shooters. It's pictures of him on the internet. You know, Jacksonville law enforcement, they're cracking down. They're watching video. They're watching your videos. Yeah. They're watching everybody's videos.
Yeah, they watching videos. They've been watching videos. When I went to court my last time, they was pulling up pictures and videos and stuff of me with what seems to be or what could be like a firearm, stuff like that. They always do stuff like that. Watch the videos and get their clues or whatever. But at the end of the day, the law gonna be the law. So I don't feel like nothing that no way nobody expressing themselves should be nothing. You feel me? I feel like all that just be like what it is. It's the art type shit. People see something going on, it's relevant. Like you said, people making songs about this shit for the same reason why you asking me about this shit. I feel like, you feel me?
Yeah. The Jacksonville scene is so similar to Chicago. Yeah. I mean, down to the point to where y'all get on live with each other. Y'all used to get on Clubhouse and talk to each other like normal people. Like sometimes it wasn't screaming or cursing. It was like y'all were really just talking to one another with no emotion. How often did you talk to these people that you didn't get along with?
I mean, it would depend on who you're talking to. I wouldn't never I'm not never in no conversation necessarily directly talking to them. You feel me? But I am guilty of that. Like, I done been in spaces and clubhouses and shit where it's 30 people in. I may not fuck with 4 or 5 of them, but honestly, bro, I just feel like shit. If it ain't no direct negativity being passed right now, it's more so like us being in the same conversation in the same room when we locked up or whatever. Like, people be having different feelings about it, but I done been in them situations before, you feel me? Like, I done been locked up with ops and shit like that, and seen ops come across me locked up, you feel me? Like, it's just different. So I feel like some people ain't gonna always understand, but you can't just sit around carrying anger and hostility like right off the bat 24/7, especially with somebody you can't get to through no damn phone. You feel me?
Yeah. I remember you had a conversation with Julio and you told him, I saved you.
Oh yeah.
You told him I saved you from getting hit 2 times in the head. Like, and I'm not on no police shit. You said it. It's on YouTube. It's documented.
Yeah, bro.
Was you for real when you met that? Like, you really saved him before?
More or less. I mean, I feel like in a sense I was speaking figuratively, you feel me? But because there's no telling, had I not intervened, there's no telling what would have happened, you feel me? I'm not, cause like there was never no intention for this person to straight just do something to Julio, do that. But you feel me? It's no telling what could happen, but that is true. I am the nigga who said, oh, nah, like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I feel like something could have happened to him that day. It ain't no telling, because, you feel me? I stopped it, but he probably would have been harmed.
On some type shit where as though you knew some information, but you was like, you know what? Nah, like, we ain't gonna do that.
Oh, nah, not like that. I'm talking about like we right here, like Julio right here type shit. You feel me? Some shit like that. But it just be like I told you, bro, it just be like life, like divine instances. Like, we just ran into each other on some flute shit. The nigga wasn't looking for Julio wasn't looking for us. Like, it wasn't nothing. Like, I was at a childhood friend house. I was leaving, and as I'm leaving type shit, I just grabbed a plate and shit. I got my dog with me. I ain't gonna say no names because we just spoke on what's going on, you feel me? But I got my dog with me. We grabbing plates and shit. We leaving and shit. We see 2-3 cars pulling in. We looking through the tent, and I'm seeing like who these niggas is. Like, oh, this cut them right here in these cars. They don't even know who this is leaving. shit like that. But the man's ready to tweak out. I'm like, nah, that ain't how niggas get shit achieved. You feel me? So we ended up just vibing, going on our way.
Yeah. Now, it seems like you were smart enough to leave Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And that's the smartest thing to do. I mean, you relocated. I think Young and Ace relocated too.
Yeah.
But when I talked to Julio about relocating, it was like he just wasn't trying to hear it.
Well, I mean, relocating is like, I guess it's case by case. Like it was the best thing to do for Ace. It's the best thing to do for me. But you gotta look at somebody like me. I got a track list. I got prior convictions. You know what I'm saying? I done been to prison before more than one time. You know what I'm saying? Like I got more than one gun charge. So stuff like that. So for me to be in a city where this beef or whatever they want to call it is so like prevalent and important to them, like it ain't really smart for me to move around in them streets cause I'ma either move without a pole and now I'm waiting on somebody to come get me, or I'ma move with a pole and now I'm waiting on the police to come get me. You feel me? So it was really like a catch-22. Like it wasn't no winning with me in that area. So I just decided that I should move. But you look at people like Foolio who like, when he riding around with that gun and shit, he's not doing nothing illegal, you feel me? These boys, they ain't got no felonies, they ain't, not to say like it's cool or some shit, but I just mean they in a different situation than people like me and Ace and shit like that.
Yeah. When you are in Jacksonville, because how often do you go back? Do you ever go back?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I always tell people, I ain't been to Jacksonville in 3 years and shit like that. Like, I done been to Jacksonville like once or twice within that time span, but I never went to Jacksonville and was like out and hanging out and politicking with people and shit like that. I never been on that. I kind of get in, do what I got to do, and get out.
Do you get anxiety when you're in Jacksonville?
I actually, like, bro, to be honest, bro, like I actually love the feeling of being in Florida. Like, I just love the feeling of being in Florida. Like, I don't know, like when I touch down in Florida, rather it's Jacksonville, rather it's Broward, or wherever I'm at, bro, like I really just like to be out that bit vibing. I'm gonna roll my J, I'm gonna smoke good in traffic, roll the windows down, I'm gonna cut my yike on, not that new Kodak, I'm gonna cut the old Kodak on, you feel me? Like it's nostalgia. Yeah. Like I like being out there, I like being in that setting. Like I said, if I ain't have so much going on legally, I definitely like Florida would be where I bought that house at. You feel me?
Do you feel like Jacksonville is the most dangerous city in Florida right now?
I've been felt like that. Even not right now. I've been felt like that for a while. I mean, it's a few cities that probably they do shit. They all got shit going on, but Jacksonville definitely like that's been like people always got shit going on. Every place in Florida, like I said, like that's Florida, man. You feel me? Every place in Florida got shit going on. We all doing shit our own way, but Jacksonville definitely, you know, shit. That's what they do. That's what we do. You feel me?
Yeah. Now, 2-3 weeks later, Brick Baby puts out some information. I want to say
that's some bullshit.
And he says 6 people from Young and Ace's side have been touched since the situation.
Nah, yeah. If y'all go on YouTube and y'all type in Brick Baby and GMK, y'all will see Brick Baby recanting that statement and apologizing for his spread of misinformation. So, Brick Baby, none of that don't stand. You feel me? I don't know where the hell he got that from, but we nipped that in the bud.
Yeah. I mean, there was a few reports of people passing that was affiliates to something, but it had nothing to do with the Foolio situation.
I mean, I've heard like relevance of this type of situation, not even saying that it was pertaining to that situation, but I've heard of like one person who did die, you know what I'm saying? God bless the dead. We ain't even got to get into no names and nothing like that, but like shit, that person wasn't necessarily affiliated with me or like too many people around me in no type of way, you feel me? As not how the media trying to pass it off. But other than that, like I said, all that 6 people died and this and that. I done said it before, like, bro, like, nigga ain't even trolling or nothing, but shit, that man died. That man just died alone. Like, Everybody done moved on with their life. Niggas doing good. Niggas having motion, getting money. Like, nigga ain't too much even stunting that. Nobody ain't slid about them. I don't feel like anybody's going to die about them. You feel me? That just is, it is what it is type shit. That's how it goes sometimes.
So you basically feel the same way as Young and Ace, because I mean, one of the records that he put out was Game Over. You feel like it's the war is over. The whatever it's called, I don't even want to call it a war.
Shit, it ain't necessarily a war or nothing, and it ain't gonna never be over, because at the end of the day, it's crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, crime ain't got no start, no end. It ain't like this the day crime started, this the day crime end. Like, I do feel like, however, that whole chapter of him bumping his gums and having the world entertained and this and that, you see what they doing on the man page now. They running promos and shit. Like, that's all people see it as, but they see you as an opportunity. They see you as a platform. He ran his platform long enough. That shit, niggas had to shut that shit down. That's just how that shit go, but it ain't gonna be no more of that. And it's not gonna be another one.
Yeah. So Brick Baby said what he said, and he felt as though y'all were being disrespectful to the news that he put out. And he went live on air and said that y'all are banned from the Carolinas. Y'all, he's the king of Atlanta. Y'all can't go to Atlanta, and you can't come to LA. And then you didn't take that lightly. Y'all get on IG Live, and you know,
we ain't take that lightly. I ain't take that lightly, because the places he listing, like, them not Brick Baby type states. You feel me? That's all I'ma say. Shit, them big B states, them blood states, man. That's how I feel. You feel me? My opinion of them states. When I went out there, that's what I seen. That's who I ran into. That's who I'm affiliated with. So I went tapped in with who I tap in with. But